Senate has approved President Bola Tinubu's request to raise 1.15 trillion naira from the domestic debt market to bridge the funding gap in the 2025 budget. The approval followed the presentation and consideration of the report of the Senate Committee on Local Foreign Debt chaired by Senator Aliyu Wamako. In its report, the committee recommended the Senate's approval of the additional borrowing to cover the 14.1 trillion naira deficit in the 2025 Appropriation Act, which increased following a review of the budget size. The federal government has put on hold the implementation of the earlier announced 15% duty on imported petroleum diesel. This was announced in a statement by the Nigerian Midstream and Downstream Petroleum Regulatory Authority (NMDPRA), signed by its Director of Public Affairs Department, George Eneta. NMDPRA disclosed that the implementation of the 15% import duty on imported premium motor spirit and diesel is no longer in view and assured the public that there is adequate supply of petroleum products in the country within the acceptable national sufficiency threshold during this peak demand period. The Presidential Fiscal Policy and Tax Reforms Committee has unveiled Nigeria's new capital gains tax (CGT) framework designed to promote fairness, reduce investment risks, and encourage long-term participation in the capital market. The reform also introduces broader compliance obligations. Investors must maintain detailed records of acquisition costs, sales proceeds, and allowable expenses, while brokers and exchange will need to verify deductions such as transactions fee, margin interest, and foreign exchange losses. The National Pension Commission is targeting to bring in as much as 80 million informal sector workers into Nigeria's retirement savings system. Director General of the Commission, MS Oloworanan, in a message to the annual conference of the Pension Correspondent Association of Nigeria, said the revamped micro-pension framework is central to closing the country's widening pension gap.
Today, we reaffirm our commitment to ensuring that every Nigerian, whether formally employed or not, has the opportunity for a secure and dignified old age.
A mature and inclusive pension system is a credit to any modern society. It reduces old age poverty, it stabilizes household finances, and it strengthens national resilience.
We commend the National Pension Commission and all operators for the ongoing reforms and initiative aimed at expanding pension coverage under the Personal Pension Plan (PPP), formerly called Micro Pension Plan. However, we recognize that much remains to be done, especially in the areas of awareness, rebuilding trust, technology-driven enrollment, and policy incentive.
The redesigned scheme, now operating as the Personnel Pension Plan, was introduced to address the limitations that hindered the uptake of the Micro Pension Plan launched in 2019.